There is blood on the hills of Korea. A poem. There is blood on the hills of Korea. 'Tis the blood of the brave and the true, where the 25th battled together under the banner of the red, white, and blue. As they marched o'er the fields of Korea to the hills where the enemy lay, they remembered the Brigadier's order. These hills must be taken today. Forward they marched into battle, with faces unsmiling and stern. They knew as they charged the hillside, there were some who would never return. Some thought of their wives and mothers, some thought of their sweethearts so fair, and some, as they plodded and stumbled, were reverently whispering a prayer. There is blood on the hills of Korea. It's the gift of the freedom they love. May their names live in glory forever, and their souls rest in heaven above. The poem you have just heard was written by Private Patrick William O'Connor, a.k.a. Pat or Paddy, a stretcher bearer with the Royal Canadian Regiment who was killed in action in Korea on May the 30th, 1951. Private Howard Root found the poem among Pat's effects as he was gathering them up to ship to his widow Vera. Pat had been observed writing the poem the night before his death. Vera would receive the poem in a letter from Private Root's parents in December 1951. At 27, Pat was older than most of the men who volunteered to fight in Korea and had already served 4 years as a stoker on Royal Canadian Navy corvettes during the Battle of the Atlantic in World War II. Before serving in Korea, Pat delivered bread with a horse-drawn wagon in Sarnia, Ontario. He left behind Vera and 2 children, daughter Terry and son Michael. Over 30,000 Canadians would serve in the Korean War. 516 of them died, 312 in combat. If the War of 1812 is America's forgotten war, the Korean War is Canada's. But as we approach the 75th anniversary of the start of the Korean War, take a moment, dear listeners, to remember Pat O'Connor and his gallant comrades who gave everything in the name of freedom. Everything, including their lives. May they rest in peace.